Good afternoon and welcome to London Ealing. Today we are very delighted to have you join us on our webinar. We're going to be talking about the London Geller College of Hospitality and Tourism, and more specifically about the very exciting and unique hospitality courses that we offer here in the college. So today we'd like to welcome you to the college. We'll give you some information about the university and why it's a university of choice. We'll have an overview of the hospitality and international hotel management courses, looking at the teaching and learning strategies. We'll have some information on careers that you can hope to achieve once you've studied with us. We also have one of our final year students who'll be graduating in a few weeks, Aaron Frank, to talk to you about his experience with us. And finally, we'd be delighted to answer any questions that you might have. So I'd like to welcome you to the college. Just trying to get... there. Welcome to the London Geller College of Hospitality and Tourism. Under different names, the college has existed for 70 years, and next year we'll be celebrating our 70th anniversary. And we've been teaching hospitality and culinary arts for numerous years in this college. The University of West London used to be called Thames Valley University, and recently we changed our name, so you might have heard of us under that previous name. My name is Ariane Lengyel. I'm one of the senior lecturers on the Hospitality and Food Studies programs. I have over 20 years experience in the hospitality industry, and I've worked in some very exciting places such as the South Pacific and France and Thailand. And I decided to join the world of teaching 10 years ago, and it's an absolute delight to be able to welcome students to the college and see them thrive and learn as they go along. So I'd like to give you a little bit of background on why you should choose us. The location of the college is in Ealing. Ealing is in West London, and we're just 30 minutes away from Heathrow, one of the main London airports. And we're a mere 40 minutes away from central London, where there are thousands of restaurants and bars, as you can imagine. And also the center of Ealing is a less than 10-minute walk from the campus, where you can find a lot of places to eat and drink. And one of the advantages of studying in Ealing is that you're not in central London and therefore benefit from a very nice and green environment. Another thing that we're very proud of is 100% student satisfaction that we've achieved on our foundation degree hospitality management course. So this is testimony to our teaching teams and to the facilities of the university, where our students have given us their full backing. In terms of our facilities, we have award-winning restaurants. We have 2 restaurants on campus that the students run and that are open to the public. One is our Pillars Fine Dining Restaurant, and the other one is Feast, which is used by students and staff alike, and is a self-service restaurant. And both offer very fine food at very competitive pricing, and are also used by the students during their course. Our students also receive awards. As you can see here in the bottom left-hand side of the screen, this is one of our students who received the Gold Service Award from Her Majesty the Queen. The Gold Service Award is awarded to people that work in restaurants, in front of house, so in customer contact. And it's the most prestigious restaurants across the country that compete. And we're very, very proud that our student Jennifer Santner won this award 2 years ago. Another reason why you should join us is that we have a very high job students that get jobs at the end of our courses, with the university having an overall rating of 97%. And I'll talk more about jobs as we move forward. So if you come and study with us, obviously you will be in class and have lectures and seminars. But you'll also have the opportunity to go out on placement if you choose the option of having the course with the placement. Now, the placement is going to be 40 weeks at the end of your second year. And we've had students on placements all over the world, whether it's in the United States, in the Middle East, in the UK, in Europe, and it's a fantastic opportunity for you to gain experience. And it looks very good on your CV when you go out to get a job. Another thing that we do is we have guest speakers that come in. We have a guest speaker coming in next week from the Sustainable Restaurant Association to speak to our students. So very interesting guest speakers, people that work in industry and that have their finger on the pulse and know exactly what's going on in the industry and share that with our students as well. We also organize industry visits, for example, to pubs, hotels, restaurants. We recently brought students to the Ritz Hotel, to the Savoy, and to Fuller's, which is a pub brewery just down the road from us. Our students are able to engage in competitions at national and international level. The Young Hoteliers Summit is an opportunity to go to Switzerland and compete with numerous other European colleges and do a lot of networking and meet students from the Netherlands, Switzerland, and people also come in from further afield. I'd just like to share with you some of the things that the students do. And the picture on the top left-hand corner is a young man working in our Pillars restaurant. So this is our fine dining restaurant. So the students in the first year will be working in the restaurant, both in front of house, as you can see here, and in the kitchens, and gaining experience, hands-on experience. On the bottom right-hand corner, you'll see a picture of two of our students at the Young Hotelier Summit in Switzerland 2 years ago. We also had an opportunity on the left to meet with a very, very famous celebrity chef called Marco Pierre White, who is the gentleman sitting in the middle wearing jeans. And on the left, there's a picture of myself and one of my colleagues, and we were delighted to take our students to meet with Marco. So a little bit more about how the course is structured. In the first year, you will be having an introduction to the world of hospitality and international hotel management, both through theory and practice. In the second year, it's about applying that knowledge and experience. And in the third year, it's about looking at it from a strategic approach and really understanding the bigger picture. So if we look at the first year, the two modules, Food and Beverage Studies 1 and 2, are the modules where you will be in the kitchen and in the restaurant. Another module I'd like to draw your attention to is a module called Rooms Operation, which introduces you to the exciting world of front office and housekeeping, which is an integral part of the world of hotels and restaurants. And the other modules pertain to management, accounting, and an academic development employability skills module, which helps you get used to studying at university level and helps you with all the academic skills that you need and that you'll be building upon throughout the 3 years that you'll be studying with us. In the second year, we have both core and option modules. So we have some core modules, which are sales and marketing, for example, and financial management and human resources, which are management courses. So this allows you to have a management background, and the courses and the modules are contextualized to the world of hospitality. So the courses are great because they give you both the management side of the business and also the hospitality side of the business. So on the left are the core modules. On the right, you choose one option from the list you can see here. These modules are very different, and obviously your choice should be driven by your interest. And also you need to start thinking about at this level what you're going to be doing when you graduate. You'll have more of an idea of the world of hospitality. Are you more in international beverages, for example? Are you more interested in rooms management, or are you more interested in some sociological aspects that we discuss in Food, Society and Culture about why we eat, how we eat, and how what we eat makes us who we are from a social point of view. So that's also a very interesting module. At the end of the second year, you will be going out on your placement. As I mentioned earlier, the placement is a 40-week placement. If you are on the International Hotel Management course, the placement should take place in a country that is not your home country. So this again gives you an experience with another culture and gets you to see the international perspective, as the name of the course indicates. So if you're on a foundation degree or on a bachelor's degree, at the end of the second year, you will go off on your placement. Should you be on the foundation degree, once you've completed the placement, you will be awarded your foundation degree in hospitality management. And if you have a high grade profile, we'd be delighted if you could join us and progress onto the final and third year of the bachelor's degree. So the final and third year of the bachelor's degree has two options to choose from, with again some core modules. So the core modules are strategic management, contemporary issues, which is a very interesting module because, as you'll appreciate, the content of this changes. This year we were looking at mentoring, we were looking at the effect of Brexit in the hospitality industry. Next year we might look at celebrity chefs, we might look at health issues. So it's a very contemporary and unique module. You'll also be undertaking a dissertation in your third and final year, which is a self-led piece of work. And again, based upon your interest and your experience, now that you're in the third year, 3 option modules for you to choose from: international human resources management, global marketing, or business leadership. And I think the names of these modules are quite self-explanatory. And again, your choice should really be driven now by what you're interested in and perhaps where you plan to go once you graduate. There are further options for you to choose from during your third year: revenue management, project management, or the very exciting entrepreneurship and small business. A lot of our students, when they graduate, want to open their own business, and this module really gives you all the information and all the skills you need to do so. So how will you learn and how will you be assessed? The academic years are made up of 2 semesters each. So the first semester starts in September and finishes just after Christmas, and then there's a break and you start the second semester at the end of January and finish in May. During each semester, you will be studying 3 modules. So in 1 year, you will be studying 6 modules, as you saw previously. So you're going to learn by attending lectures and seminars. Seminars are small groups of students that have a lecturer and that help you apply some of the theories that are developed in the lectures. You'll also be doing, as you can see here, a varied number of assessments. We have very few exams in our course because we feel that this is not the best way to assess hospitality management skills. So we have individual work and we have group work, which can be a mix of presentations, it could be essays. Some of our modules use blogs or YouTube. So you upload a YouTube presentation and that is used as an assessment. So we have a very varied diet of assessments, and it might be very different to what you're currently experiencing in secondary school, where things tend to be quite exam-based. Obviously, because of the nature of the course, you'll be undertaking some practicals and in the kitchen, and as I mentioned earlier, both in the kitchen, back of house as a chef, and front of house serving customers and clients. One of the unique strengths of our course is the industry links that we have. You have a list here of different companies, whether it's hotel companies such as Accor or down at the bottom of the list, supermarkets. We pride ourselves on developing our courses with the help of people in industry. It's very important for our courses to be current, and it's very important for us to develop the skills of our graduates that are the skills that the industry is going to be looking for in order for our graduates to find employment and have the knowledge that industry wants, and needs. So we are constantly in touch with these organizations and others. These organizations also welcome our students on placement, and we feel that because of the links that we have, the graduates are really developing the correct skills for industry. So why come to us? Well, we believe that our links, as I said, are very strong. One of the strengths of the college as well is that we have numerous teaching staff that are undertaking PhD studies or have, of course, been awarded PhDs and are professors. So we have a strong research community, which also keeps us very much on top of what's going on in the world of hospitality research. During the course of your studies, you will be allocated a personal tutor. Now, the personal tutor plays a pivotal role in helping you with any issues that you might have, whether academic or more of a pastoral nature. And that person is, your one-to-one link, and they're there to help you at any time. So if some of our students are struggling, they can be assured that there are personal tutors to help them, as well as a lot of other central university services. So you'll enjoy talks by industry leaders. You'll have opportunities to work on placement in the UK and abroad. A lot of our students work part-time. It's quite easy to find a job in the hospitality industry in London, and a lot of our students engage in part-time work or full-time work if they're studying part-time. So London is a very, very exciting place to study. It offers a lot of cultural opportunities. It has fantastic links with the world, whether by rail or by air. So it's easy for international students to fly in and out of London and have their family visit. And as I said before, the university is really very, very close to Heathrow Airport. So I'd like to hand over now to Aaron, who, as I mentioned earlier, is one of our third-year students. And Aaron would like to tell you a little bit more about his time with us at the university.
Hello, everyone. Thank you very much for having me here. And it's my pleasure to talk a little bit about the story of how I ended up at UWL and what happened over the almost 3 years now that I have been here. So just before I have decided to apply for this course back in 2014 and 15, when I was thinking about where to go to and what to do, I have attended open days, and I was lucky enough actually to be greeted by Ariane, who told me through a similar presentation as you are seeing today. And I at first was not sure that all of the things that they are seeing can be achieved within 3 years, but I very quickly learned that it indeed can be, and there are the options that they mention and the support that they give and the links that they have are really there. So first of all, why hospitality? I have come into London over 5 years ago, and I wanted to come to study, but I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do. So I first looked for a job, and I ended up working in a hotel. I really liked it, so I decided that this is something that I want to make my life's work. And after working in the industry for 2 years and being in a receptionist position, I have decided to go for university and study so that I can expand my knowledge and then grow in my career. And I have been looking for universities, and I have found UWL. Now, the things that have attracted me is their location, their skill in the teachers, which were all teachers who have come from industry, so they actually knew how the industry looks like before talking about it. It was also a recently refurbished university back in 2015, I believe, and they have finished their full refurbishment. So it has won, I think, in 3 years now consecutively, the #1 most modern university award in London, and that's something that really attracted me at the time. And also, it has, you hear about the life and the opportunities that the university provides you with in your free time, the fun activities, and etc. And the student union that is at the UWL has been constantly growing, and becoming a better and better student union. Now, I believe the #1 student union in London as well. So the opportunities that they give is again excellent. So once I knew that I wanted to study at UWL, I had to decide which course I wanted to come to. And like I said, I was working at hotels at that point, and I knew that I wanted to do something with hotels. So it was either the International Hotel Management or the Hospitality Management course. David, just like Ariane mentioned earlier, with the International Hotel Management, you would have to go on a placement in a country that is not your home country. And while I could have done that here in England, as I'm not originally from here, I felt that if I would do something like that, I would go abroad somewhere, and I really wanted to focus on the UK. So I have chosen hospitality management, which is a broad overview of what hospitality is, with focus here in the UK, but also applicable worldwide. So in this course, I have studied a wide range of subjects, and most of these have been discussed just previously. But I'd like to just remind that I had the opportunity to work in the university's restaurant. And when I say work, I mean about a couple hours a week. This is one day when we are there with a teacher who explains us what service is and what the important elements are, and guides us through the separate processes of a host, of a waiter, of a barman, of a cocktail shaker, of a reservations agent, or in the restaurant area. So it really gives you a good overview of what it is like to work in an actual restaurant. Then we also went over to work in the kitchen. So we had a chef who was teaching us how to cook, and how to cook fine dining meals for specific events, or how to cook buffet style large quantity of meals, what the differences are. And instead of just talking about it in theory, which we also did, we also had a chance to experience it and get in our chef rides and sit down and experience that, which was really exciting. So this was the first year and a half of the university when we were looking at more of practical elements and getting used to the university structure. And then as we progressed through the years, the quality of our work also had to increase. So by the second year, level 5, and the third year, level 6, more and more was expected of us. And towards level 6, also we stepped away from the practical part of it, and we were really focusing on developing our critical thinking and strategic analysis, which are the modules in level 3. Now, with all of these opportunities, like I said, working in the restaurant, the kitchen, understanding front office operations, we've done practice sessions on how to run a hotel management system with an actual system, and trying to operate a made up but actual hotel system to understand how it works. It really gives you a good idea of what to expect in the industry once you are out of the university, and they do provide everything that you need to really experience this. Now, to show you what and how a university can benefit you, like I said, when I started, I was a receptionist in a hotel here in central London. And then throughout my university years, after I have finished my first year, I have been promoted into a supervisory level in a central London hotel. And then just before I started my third year, I could look at further options. And I am now at a duty manager position also in a prestigious central London hotel. And this is because I have been learning so much throughout the past 3 years, also from my work life and also from university life, that I could get into this place where I am now. I'd like to mention that it's also possible to study and work at the same time. So I'm someone who studies full-time and works full-time, which keeps me busy, but it is possible to do. And then the combined experience from working and studying is what I believe made me who I am today. And university has helped with that a lot. Now, I know a question that probably comes up is the question of assessments, because everyone is worried how they will be assessed. So we've had a brief introduction about this before, and I just like to confirm this again, that there is a wide variety of assessments that they require from us, but anything that they ask for is supported by the lecturers themselves, by tools that the university give you, the library, which has sources to complete what you need, and also the students each other to help guide through this process. So we do have individual work, we do have group work, and both of them have their advantages and disadvantages, but we can always find a way to get to the marks that we need without too much stress. We have essays that we need to write, reports that we need to write, we had to make YouTube videos, we had to do presentations, everything that could challenge us in different ways to develop. And then what I found is that once I learned how to do this, I then went into my workplace and had to do the exact same. So it is really transferable skills from what I've learned at university directly into the workplace. And the other opportunities that they do provide are visits from industry leaders. So while I've been here for the past 3 years, I have met the CEO of IHG Hotels, who was here having a presentation, I believe, just last year. And we've also done an industry visit. So we went into a hotel in EXA, near EXA Exhibition Center, and we could speak to their general manager, look at how an hotel operation looks from behind. So we are not only studying about it and practicing it at the university, but we also get to see it because the university has connections with numerous hotels around central London. And then lastly, the last thing I wanted to talk to you about is placement. The university has links with workplaces all over the world. So my friends who I've met and who I've met here at the university have decided to go on placement. So between year 2 and in the middle of year 2 actually, and some of them have ended up working in the United States, some of them ended up working in China, some of them ended working up in Australia, and some of them ended up working up all throughout Europe or UK even. So whatever your goals are and wherever you want to go, the university has someone there who will be able to help you and get you where you want to be. So in that sense, they really have helped me a lot. And I believe with that we are all sorted. So let me hand it back to Ariane to finish off the presentation. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Aaron. We're very pleased that the course has worked out for you, and wish you the best of luck for your endeavors. So I just have few career opportunities. Obviously, one of the things that students are keen to understand, and I think your parents as well, would be the career opportunities. Now, the career opportunities are amazing in the hospitality industry. If you want to work on a cruise ship, you can work on a cruise ship. If you want to work in a treehouse, you can work in a treehouse. The picture you can see here is actually a hotel where the rooms are tree houses. We also have students that work in the royal household. So for Her Majesty the Queen, we have students that work in resort hotels, beautiful, luxurious resort hotels with lovely swimming pools. And we have students that work at very modern hotels, such as the Burj Al Arab, which is a very famous hotel in Dubai. And you can see a picture here on the bottom left. And finally, I wouldn't want to not mention the Army. When you think of the Army, there's a huge amount of work that goes into feeding and keeping soldiers warm and safe, and that is part of hospitality. And I've had an opportunity to work with numerous chefs, for example, that work in the Army, and that's another exciting career opportunity. So what are some of the features of a hospitality career? I think one of the things that's important is that the hospitality industry is not a 9-to-5 job. The working hours are very flexible. If you're a morning person, you can work morning shifts, you can work night shifts. There's no 2 days that are the same in the hospitality industry, and I think this is really what attracts people. The career progression is very quick. If you choose to move up, as Aaron was saying, you can very quickly move up from an entry-level position to a supervisory level position to a management level position. And some of the international hotel chains have approached us, and some of our students are on graduate management courses, which they'll be fast-tracked to a management position. Obviously, the world of hospitality allows you to travel from Dubai to Australia to China, and makes it very interesting. And what's I find interesting in the hospitality industry, it's very nice to make people happy. And because we serve people and we give them unique experiences, whether in a hotel or in a restaurant, it's lovely to see people come up and say thank you with a big smile. So the hospitality industry is very rewarding. Some of the perks include staying in fantastic hotels at discounted rates for yourself, your friends, and your family. And also, you might find that very early in your career, you'll be managing very large teams and very big budgets. For example, in the housekeeping department, you might be managing a team of 100 people with a multi-million-pound budget to play with. So here are just some of the careers that exist in the hospitality industry. And as I mentioned earlier, the University of West London has a very high employment rate of 97%, and this is across the university. However, in the world of hospitality, they're looking for staff all over the world. You read about staff shortages in the UK and in other parts of the world, and we are quite confident that, you know, our students graduate with the right skills and they do get employed because people are very keen to have our students. They know what we teach them and they know the work ethics that our students have. So whether you're interested in something like finance or perhaps human resources management or even design, there are careers out there for you in those fields. For more information, you can have a browse of our website. The link here is the direct link to the London Geller College of Hospitality and Tourism. We also have quite a few open days. The next open day is on Saturday, the 21st of April, and would be absolutely delighted if you could come in, have a look around, and have a chat with our teachers on that day. Thank you very much for your attention today. We look forward to welcoming you to the university. We hope that you will have found this webinar interesting. Please come and see us either on an open day or even if you happen to be in the area. We'd be delighted to see you and show you around. Thank you.